Well, we'll not get into this for now because I could go on for 20, 30 minutes about this,
Ooh.
and we need to get into our episode talk.
Circuit, you know what you need to do? You need to have like a good like month or 2 month long like challenge, you know? Like, but make it something like, I don't know, music or something. Really challenge people. Yeah.
Oh, music would be a challenge.
Music would be an, I don't know. I could make the fan creation challenge, but I make it a month long, do a simple topic, and say, pretty much the same as a weekly challenge, but give everybody a month. You have a month, make music, make a story, make art, make something, but you have an entire month to do it instead of a week to try to cram it together in a busy schedule.
I have not done anything musical in when I graduated high school. 3 years ago.
Well, it's a thought anyway. I haven't done anything musical since high school too, but it doesn't help my saxophone got traded to a pawn shop, but that's another case.
So we put out a jazz band. I was a trombone player. You were saxophone. Who played trumpet? Somebody had to have.
Well,
Yeah, dang it,
we could get the slide whistle of coal dust.
Also, am I the only one? The only thing that could go through their head right there was saxophone.
No, you're not the only one. Booze is also potentially fun. Ooh, that's it. There's a challenge for the month. Okay, make your own pony-related booze mix.
Oh boy.
That'd be something.
It would
Pony
be, right?
Recipes. Pony recipes.
Ooh,
Oh,
actually, oh damn it, I like that idea.
That's
you know
a
what?
good idea.
That'd be an interesting challenge. Like have like a pony recipe challenge where you just try and recreate something in the show.
Please, somebody write this stuff down.
I like the liquor challenge. Well, I guess.
Write all of this down. This is all gold. We're hitting gold right now, and I can't sit down and write this because I'm still podcasting as we speak.
Yeah,
Welcome to the news topic of the Brony Show. This week's discussion is things that we could be doing on the show other than this.
Exactly.
Well, you know what? No, we got to get into this. We got to get into the episode here because we got 2 episodes that came out, and one of them was the Waited and Faded. Oh, dear world. Episode 200. Or the episode that launched 1,000 Lunas. So yeah, this episode 200, and sorry, I'm trying my best to get a come on here. Yeah, normally I would have. Okay, so people. Okay, I'm getting my brain together. I promise I am. If you have any pictures or favorite moments of the episode, thoughts, questions, things like that, be sure to go ahead and post them. But, of course, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the episode that launched these thousands and thousands of Luna looking down with probably the most amazing evil villainous face I have ever seen.
The face that lets you know you screwed up is the face that your mother has given you at one point in your life.
That is the face. That is the face.
That is the face.
Okay, but there's also this. The Twilight Sparkle eyes. Okay, this whole episode was full of this stuff. I loved every bit of this episode. Now, I'm not going to lie, I love episode 100 a lot more. Because you actually got a feel of all of the different town's ponies in the background. I mean, we got Vinyl and Octavia living together in the same house, making music together. We had a Doctor Who's making explosive flowers. We found out that Twilight Sparkle actually stole somebody's job as an organizer. That was kind of funny. But this one was great, too. Of course, we found out about a long sibling rivalry between Twilight Sparkle and Shining Armor for what else? The crown. The crown of Sibling Supreme. Which I will hope to heck that BronyCon has several of these for sale.
Oh my god. Circuit, I just realized something.
What's that?
The episode was Twilight's friends helping her win the crown.
Oh! Okay, we win. We're done here.
Motherfucker.
We are completely done here at this point. We're done.
Okay, show's over. Goodbye.
Yeah. But no, this episode was epic because we also got to see a bit of rivalry, not between Twilight Sparkle and Shining Armor, though that was more friendly bitter. But we got to see Luna and Celestia, which I gotta admit, the faces those two gave each other were just
Hilarious.
they were hilarious, but it was like they were tired of this shit already. It's no small wonder Luna just went a freaking emo and decided to, like, you know what, I'm done with your shit. It's my turn now. But no, yeah, the pictures have been great. The episode was fantastic. We got to see a lot of different things, including Rarity's Rarity's detective outfit again. Has anybody actually placed the Rainbow Dash one? When she was with Rarity in that whole flashback, I almost kind of looks like a Dr. Watson kind of thing going on there.
I feel like it's a reference to some old movie. I don't know what it would be.
It's got to be a reference. I can't place it.
It wasn't Strangers on a Train. I know that one. I've been obsessing over that one.
Let's see. I'm trying to see if I can find a good picture of that moment. I mean, they got some really good ones of Rarity here with the bartender. Oh my heck! And I can't believe this. Somebody actually already created a plushie of Luna and the goose as she's stroking it.
Those don't even look like geese, but whatever.
They're equestrian geese. Okay, I'm gonna keep this here. Let's see. Okay, here we go. This is actually a pretty decent picture. But yeah, chat room, if you have any theories or thoughts on this, I mean, it's a pretty awesome outfit, but I have to feel like it's referencing something.
Henry Howard Holmes.
You think so?
It's not. No, it's not. It's definitely not. But he did dress kind of similarly because, you know, the bowler hat and the. But that was just kind of the style back then. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't have the scar. Who has a scar and wears a bowler hat?
Unfortunately, there's no Derpy Bird tag, so we have absolutely nothing to go on there.
It could just be a one-off thing where it's just like, you know, it's like, maybe it was just a trope of noir. I don't know.
Oh yeah, there was a Betty Boop reference in there apparently.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and grab an image of that. While you're doing that, let's go ahead and show the other. Whoops, that's the wrong one. That's an awesome one too.
That's right.
Got to see more of the Celestia and Luna faces where they're ready to kill each other.
I found a very good image.
Here we go. But yeah, the Rarity dressing up Rainbow Dash in a real...
You beat me to it.
Yeah. Well, I didn't exactly beat you to it. Somebody else was already posting in our picks and
You're
gifts.
hiding Rarity's face with the overlay.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't...
It's a great face.
It is a great face. It is a great face. There we go. So we're gonna have to be a little careful. Yeah.
Just that wide smile.
You know what? I think I figured out what this dress reminds me of. Doesn't it kind of remind you of Megara's dress from Hercules?
Yes. There are actually comparisons to that.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
then.
think it is a reference because even her hair and stuff like that too. So.
Okay, I'm glad it's not just me. Okay, and let's go ahead and throw this pick up because this will just send the people going nuts for a moment.
Oh no, Zephyr Breeze.
Zephyr's strutting reminds me of Cusco, but
Cusco was at least charming. Zephyr's just annoying.
well, Well, no, there's one little bit of the strut that reminds me way too much of the movie, and I felt it was move for move, but I could not find where in the movie.
You mean the part where he's like, uh-huh, 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 uh-huh. Wasn't that like when they like survived the waterfall or something?
No, no, no. It was the bridge.
That's
The bridge fell apart
right.
on him, and he rescued what's his face just before he fell in.
That's right.
Possible.
I think.
Let me guess. A giant waterfall?
Yep,
With spikes at the bottom?
most likely.
It's been too long. I need to watch that movie again. I can't remember the rest of that.
Bring it on.
Bring it on, that was it. I thought there was one more thing before they bring it on.
All right. Well, here's an interesting question here that I. Okay, actually, that is a hilarious thing. Now, when Shining Armor was talking about how he doubled up the guard, it looks like he literally paired every stallion with a mare. Anybody else get this weird feeling that he's trying to do his own shipping groups at this point?
Yes.
No, but I gotta be honest, I'm surprised there isn't more artwork that has to do with that.
And you
Oh,
don't
don't
really
worry, there
notice
will
their
be.
size difference either until you like look at them. And you're like, Jesus.
Oh Jesus! I hope they're not pairing them together. I mean, dear God, I think those stallions would break them.
Phrasing!
I know what I said, and I'm standing by it.
I'm standing by my guns. I know what I meant.
I know what I said, and I will not change it, dear sir. All right. But yeah, the little interruptions were pretty interesting. They like how they all reacted. The little flashback reacted to the tiny pinky on the counter. It's like, what the holy shit is this, and why is it pink in our black and white?
But yeah, dang it. You made me think of Spider-Verse. This is purple. No.
I got to see
Oh, the
that.
black-
I have.
Yeah, that was great. Like,
Yeah.
how
Trying
do
to
you
figure out the
do
Rubik's
that?
Cube.
It's all one color.
Okay, I'm actually secretly hoping somebody dubs some of the Hercules lines with Zephyr Breeze and Rainbow Dash, because that would just work way too well.
Hey, the one I put in there. Pinky tries to go to space, but fails.
Especially for the first meeting in between Hercules and
Yeah.
yeah.
Hercules and Meg, yeah.
Yes. And see, I never watched the episode. I just figured it all out by looking at all the pictures and watching everybody make all the gifs on Twitter. So.
Okay, now this is an image. This is the image right here. We got. I mean, Rarity just looking at a brick like this. You can substitute anything in there, and it's just gonna be hilarious. Quickly, somebody substitute a plate of spaghetti. Then an eclair,
See, I was thinking,
and then a bad dragon.
I was thinking, like, look at that picture. Like, time to do some crime.
A gun.
Aha, there we are. Okay.
Considering Spike is technically a mobile flamethrower, you're not wrong.
Well, in the movie, you seen him like wipe out like 3 or 4 people.
Okay, seriously, the stallion that Rarity digs the information from, I cannot believe anybody. He is gonna be the most happy.
Perfect.
He's perfect, but he's so stupid, happy-go-lucky. It's actually amazing.
He
He's
sounds
great.
like one of the ponies from Starlight's Village the first time we go there.
Oh yeah, he does.
He kind
Or
of does,
maybe-
but I just love how, like, you know, he's being shaken by the collar, but he's just like, oh, you mean like over there?
You mean that one over there?
See, he's still recovering from what happened in the village.
Or maybe he's enjoying being shaked too much.
All right, and also
Maybe it's a fetish, who
we
knows?
got to remember one important thing. Now we now have the awesome ability of Rarity in armor. and it actually looks good.
And yes, people made artwork of that.
Of course they made artwork. What do you think we are? A bunch of...
We make artwork of everything, and every bit of it is awesome. I'm not kidding though. When I say that this episode launched to 1,000 Lunas, I have found about 5 of these just quickly going through the first couple of pages of Derpy Boru. The most recent pages, I might add.
Oh, you mean Luna petting the
The
honk?
goose, the goose, yeah.
Honk.
We shall now call him the honk.
The honk.
Okay, that looks a little bit more realistic and funny. And here's Rarity in some armor. Okay, but seriously, the episode was awesome. It was a lot of fun. I really liked just the different scenes that we got to see. Even the fact that Twilight's complete plan failed because Spike was literally undermining her the entire time. It was kind of fun to have him actually get a win for once, because we all know that he's going to be completely destroyed for the rest of the season. Spike, you got your one. Now prepare for a demolition.
Everybody gets one. Couldn't
And-
tell.
Say that,
Hey,
but how
he
many
said everybody
times
gets
could he
one.
have taken power in?
Spike the Spike, master of counterintelligence.
Okay, and one last image here before we go on to the next one. Well, second to the last one, because third to the last one. Sorry, there's really a lot of great stuff here. I mean, I could spend all day on this. This is awesome. Here's a
So,
comparison.
Was
Oh, man.
Applejack telling the truth, or was she fibbing?
You know, I don't know about that one. I think she was telling the truth in her mind. It's like one of those things.
Did you guys forget that Applejack is really bad at lying?
She is, but she was not bad at that part.
Yeah, she's really bad at lying. She said all of that straight up.
So-
That wasn't a lie.
Yeah,
There's
but
no
then
way
you
she
look at
could
her
tell a
eyes
lie
after,
that long.
when Rainbow Dash asks, and it's unsure.
I think she just kind of realized that nobody remembered that. She thought she made that big of an impact on everyone in society under that alias, and then, she can't believe the fact that nobody knows that was a thing that happened, that persona of hers even existed.
Okay, I know for a fact Circuit's probably got that video on the things night, but all I can think of right now is the oh my god, it's Reba.
Actually, I don't think I got that one, so you might want to get that ready.
Oh.
Can imagine.
But yeah, that was good. Oh my god, it's Reba.
What do you spoil that game?
Alright, but let's go ahead and let's move on here. All honesty, this episode was great. It was just so much fun. If you really put it through the filter, it's just a silly episode. And that's all it's supposed to be. This was just a fun episode, giving the actors a chance to have their moment of glory with their pony doing something they always wanted them to do. We got Applejack Reba, we got Rarity coming back as a detective and also planning a heist. We
We got Rainbow Dash dressing in style.
got Rainbow Dash dressing in style. We got Pinkie Pie basically being Pinkie Pie as she always is. And we also got some of the best smug, sarcastic, hilarious, and demonic faces we will ever get in this entire show, and all of it was glorious.
Yeah. Also, Circuit, you do have it
I
in
love
the list.
the fact that...
Oh, okay, never mind. I'm happy then. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Alright, just because I can, I'm going to go ahead and use this one as the last picture. By the way, don't spoil Endgame.
Yeah.
Snape kills Dumbledore. They enter the MCU just to do it again.
Spoilers, the Avengers are in it.
To be perfectly honest, you could say that about any Avengers thing, and you probably won't know who's actually in it.
Yeah, that's kind of the funny thing. Like the Avenger are in it. Which group? Which people? That's for you to find out.
Whoever was left afterwards.
Wait, there are that many characters in the Avengers?
There wasn't. There's not
the
anymore. There's less characters, so you don't have to worry.
No, we're talking like in the comics. If
Oh,
you
yeah.
say you're reading an Avengers comic, you could be looking at like one of like 20 different versions of the group.
Oh yeah, the groups have been it's been insane how many times they've changed.
I've got to be honest, I don't know anything about Marvel lore.
I do love that every time they try to introduce Spider-Man into it, they're like, he's just too effective. We can't keep him in the Avengers. He makes everybody else look bad.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and talk about the latest episode, which
I know the image you need to start with because it is actually the start. There you go, Circuit. There you go. Here you go. That's the image right there. Boom.
we're gonna start. Okay, apparently we're gonna start an image of Derpy's ass as she's about to crash.
That's how the episode starts.
No, it starts well.
It's great.
Or as it was phrased in the picture I saw, Derpy's delivering the plot.
Yes.
Yes.
And,
Da, da,
you know
da,
what?
da,
She
da.
legitimately is in every sense of the word.
All right,
It's great.
but
10
yeah,
out of 10.
this first part of the episode was great. Just get this loud crash and Derpy's just there. Yeah, I got your mail. But it was nice to see Derpy again, especially with more than just a background role where she just kind of pops up and hands an envelope. She actually is talking, delivering, doing stuff. Of course, the whole idea of this episode. Twilight Sparkle gets a box of stuff that she left behind in her room. My guess is that a lot of the stuff that Twilight had in her room originally didn't exactly belong to her. And now that Moon Dancer's taken it over, Celestia decided to clean up. Moon Dancer is now Celestia's new protege, and Twilight Sparkle is being left to her own devices. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. However, in her horrible fashion, as always, when she looks through her box of scrolls and all that fun stuff, she unfortunately finds out she forgot a book. And we all know that with librarians, once you forget a book, they never forget. Indeed, I forgot a book once. I had to move cities and then states. By the way, my real name isn't Circuit. It's Uzai Gojimbo. I used to live in Prussia.
In Mother Prussia.
In Mother Prussia. Prussia used to be great. Unfortunately, I didn't bring book back. Librarians took over Prussia to try to suss me out. They have yet to find me. I don't know why I'm telling you guys this. This will be last show. I'm probably going to go on hiding again.
It's funny because they think Prussian meant that they were Russian accents.
It is not. It's the only accent I got.
Here in Mother Prussia.
Although, if I remember it, wasn't Prussian more or less... Well, actually, no, that's where Austria is now, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. So, it probably would have been closer to a German accent, to be perfectly honest.
Alright.
Yeah.
But in any case, I'm getting back on track here. Episode continues on. Well, we see that Twilight Sparkle tries to return book. Unfortunately, book librarians are having none of it. She is being eternally shamed and goes down to Basement of Shame in order to return Book of Shame. But unfortunately, Basement of Shame and Librarian Shame is out to lunch. Shame.
Circuit, you continue that voice, I'm gonna shame you.
Okay. So yeah, she ends up going on a horrible, arduous quest to try to find an old lady and return a book in order to see about getting her job back. But of course, we can't forget there's actually a very special appearance in this episode. The most important appearance we will ever see. Yeah, we're talking about this big burly guy that yells at him and has a bunch of no anything signs because he's the most antisocial thing in the world.
I can't help but notice that you didn't even mention the fact that Derpy talked. She did. She
I
talked.
did say.
Oh, we
I said she talked.
Oh, sorry, I was too distracted by her butt.
I answer so many questions.
Don't worry about it, Circuit. Everything is fine.
Shut up! I don't care. Let's just your ass talking. God damn it! Or did I just lose connection?
No.
Oh, okay. So I just killed it with the Eagle Raptor joke. Awesome.
Actually, I'm just trying to think of how to continue on with this. But yeah, the whole episode is just Twilight running around trying to find what's her face anyway. Actually, probably help if I actually
Dusty
look.
Pages.
Dusty Pages. Who names their kid Dusty Pages?
No, see, it used to be Mint Pages, but as the years gone on.
Okay. But yeah, if she goes on an arduous quest to find Dusty Pages, and the one thing that drove me absolutely mad is when she's looking at this giant map and going from one location to the next, she doesn't go to the big giant location right in the middle of everything until the absolute
Right,
end.
Cole, we need to look at that map.
We do.
I'm actually trying to find a screenshot of it right now.
I am very on board, by the way. For
But-
ponies renaming themselves as the years go on. I'm
Actually,
totally
that
for
that is an interesting
that would
theory.
explain Granny Smith.
Exactly, like, who would name their kid Granny?
Okay.
Uh,
But-
it's an apple.
Seriously though, okay, here's the one thing I love about this whole episode. The library card picture. That is
Oh.
single-handedly the best thing of this entire episode. Except for Derpy. Derpy is awesome.
Oh,
I'm
I posted a
sorry,
pic in there.
I still feel that above that is better. The one that's selling the Daring Do books, we actually see her real-time job,
That is true. 100% true.
and she is adorable.
She is.
Alright, pictures. We need pictures. Pictures of ponies. Here's
I
another one of
posted one
Derpy.
in there, but somebody already printed a real copy of Twilight's.
Oh
library
yes,
card.
yes, we actually somebody did print this, and they said that they are going to Everfree Northwest with it. There's actually a chance that they might actually have several of them for sale, which I will gladly and eagerly get it if I can.
If they're for sale, I'm buying two. One for my wallet and one just to have.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go on this. I'm gonna go off on a rant on this picture right here. Now I've done this with a couple of books, but no, the thing that this reminds me of so much, brand new video games. Suki might be able to test with me on that one. Just that smell when you open up the plastic, you crack open that case, and you just get that woof of chemicals and plastic, and it's just like, oh god, that's a game smell right there.
I can tell you what that smell
The
is.
smell of fresh plastic.
The smell of
Dude,
fresh gaming.
Dude, you're fucking weird.
Okay, so I guess it's just me.
I know what chemicals they use and everything. They use the same for the cleaning products for your cars.
Okay, new game smell. Okay, but I have smelled the smell of a fresh new book too, and that is an awesome smell.
Now, I've got to say, an old book, like a nice aged book, one that's not mildewy, that has a really nice smell. Like, it's kind of got like an oaky-ish smell, you know? I don't know. That's just me. Although, when it comes to, say, opening random packages of things, there's only one thing that springs to mind that makes me just think, oh my gosh, nostalgia, and just, you know, oh, this feels good to open. And that's an old Athearn Blue Box kit. They all had that same distinct smell. Something about the paint, I think. And yes, it's not a pleasant smell, but it takes me back.
But it's the same smell every time.
Yeah, although the saddest thing is, like, you can only get that from a good old Athearn Blue Box kit, because Athearn stopped making them. Makes me so sad. They were so great. And also really easy to put together.
Oh, if I gone in when I bought a bunch of models, I bought a bunch of these old ones from the 80s.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They contain lead in the stuff and whatnot. As soon as I open up those boxes, I'm like, oh, this leads me back.
Yeah. Hang on, let me find a picture.
Actually, I love this art right here. This is one of my most favorite arts I've seen from the episode so far. Twilight Sparkle going back in time to find the book right at episode 1.
It's so great.
It is.
And then Spike just saying, it's just gonna get crazier from here, pal.
Have fun while it lasts.
The next 9 years of your life are going to be stupid. And don't ask about the wings.
Actually, here's the thing. So it was left in the book in that library. Couldn't she have traveled back in time to after she left?
Yeah, but we're not going to actually point out the fact. Well, she can't really. I mean, it was already discussed on the time travel thing that they can only use it once.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, the whole thing of. I mean, the whole thing that if she could do this, wouldn't it make more sense to go back in time to that point?
Well, some of that did pop up.
Yeah.
The note that I've put into the plot holes chat, that someone else pointed out, she says that I didn't even know I left anything. But she was there in amending fences. She could have seen that, and heck, she knew that she had seen that she left the book that Moondancer had given her.
Okay, there's something very cringy about that picture.
I don't know. I kind of like it. I guess it's just me. Alright, let's go to something a little less cringier. How about this one of Derpy with the Metal Gear box?
God dang it. Sorry, I just saw the picture. I was just thinking, you mean Back to the Future lied to me?
Wait, hang on, let me. What? Went Back to the Future to lie to me.
But there's a lot of things that I'm glad that they brought back in this episode, or at least made allusions to. I mean, we got Moondancer once again popping up. That was pretty fun. I mean, seriously, we barely see her after her actual showing up.
Yeah, although that does lead me to a small gripe. We were on Restaurant Row. We're literally in Saffron's restaurant. Where the fuck was Saffron?
We didn't see Saffron or Coriander.
No,
yeah.
I am glad that they at least had the venue there, and even the fact that it was Indian food.
Yes.
The one thing that I found it hilarious was Spike literally took on a waiter job out of nowhere.
I mean, I guess it comes naturally to him.
He just went full Kronk.
He went full Kronk. Oh my god, Spike is Kronk.
I would like to say, although he's already been brought up today, that big muscly pony who lived in Dusty Page's house.
Yeah.
That led to the most adult joke of the entire show. Seriously, the whole thing of her mail and tell her to change her address, because that is the most relatable adult joke I can think of.
True.
Yeah.
That is
an adult life joke. Kids will never understand that. No kid in their right mind would ever understand that. Anybody who has lived in an apartment or a house will know that. Why? Because you always have to deal with getting the mail of the previous person who owned that.
And it just
I
makes
get
you
it all
feel
the time.
old.
Ew.
I do so often. It is so frustrating. Although I don't hold on to it, but still, it's just like, oh man, I totally get that. I feel that so hard.
All right. And another thing I did like about the episode, the fruit fight paintball tournament.
I mean, technically, that's like an all-out war. We've seen battles being fought with pies back in Season 1, so, I mean, this is no holds barred.
Actually, I'm going to say it all together. I really like how they did the retirement community for this place. And I mean, there's so many shows where it's like, welcome to this retirement community. It's a small area. You're stuck in this house, and and you're basically kept on pills and can't move anywhere. This is like, yeah, these are the golden years, and you're doing all this shit. It's like, wow.
Welcome to your deathbed. Enjoy your stay.
Yeah.
You've seen the grannies from Granny's Gone Wild. They
will whoop
don't
your
slow
ass.
down. Yeah, no,
They-
pony old folk don't slow down. They just get ramped up. That's all that happens.
You see, after you don't got a job or anything, you're like, well, I don't got anything to do. Hey, let's do this. Okay.
Okay, that unfortunately that is not a good image of that. But that is kind of funny that the same pony from that got the orthos was the same as the bookkeeper. Though you also gotta give the Brony community credit for actually finding that pony again, set like 4 years later.
I mean, like, she stuck out pretty well, I've got to be honest. There aren't that many ponies that are that particular color scheme and also have those absolutely recognizable thick eyelashes.
And there are people that can pick out any character from the background. It is crazy. So.
Circuit, have you never been around when me and CMC are talking about episodes?
Not as much as I'd like.
You need to join us the next time we frame by frame something, which we are well behind.
Yes.
We're on episode 4 and we haven't frame by framed any of these. We got our work cut out for us, CMC.
Yes, you do.
Circuit, join us.
I will join you the next time you do it.
CMC, are you doing anything this Saturday night or Sunday night coming up? Okay.
Alright, and in any case, that was our little talk about the episode. And it was a silly episode altogether. Unfortunately, I actually had to watch it in 2 parts because when they were showing the episode, I was stuck in the bathroom. So I literally saw the last half first, and then the first half earlier today, in fact. Which is also why I didn't exactly have a lot of time to come up with a lot of thoughts on it. But honestly, it was a good episode. It was a lot of fun. It was even more hilarious with the library find thing. That's the most hilarious part. It's just you keep a book forever. You're like, oh crap, I'm gonna owe hundreds of fees, and it's like you owe $5. But really?
It almost makes you think. All this because of a fucking book.
It also, I do like the whole thing where they're like, where she goes like, yeah, it caps out at a month, but you don't tell people that.
Well, yeah, you don't tell people that because if you let them know, they will keep it forever if they go past a month. Oh, it's past a month. I'm gonna go do anything now.
I just really enjoy the fact that the librarian, when she saw like how late it was due or overdue, she said it's in the basement. For shame.
I know, right? It's behind the shame basement, behind the door. It's like, oh my god, you are rubbing it thick.
It is just a book.
I just love that Tyler was doing the running calculation through the episode, and the additions for 5 minutes are so much. Where are you getting your numbers, Twilight?